12, welcome back. I've been eating with my eyes for the past hour or so as Chef Eric Cook has been preparing as we get set to start COOLinary across New Orleans, the 21st year that they're doing so. Month-long celebration, celebrate the city's diverse food offerings and whatnot. Again, mentioned we've got Chef Cook from Gris on Magazine. Y'all are participating in quite the spread, sir. How you been?
I've been great, man. You know, it's summer in New Orleans. Yeah. It's always obviously a slow time for restaurants, but you know, COOLinary is one of those shot in the arms where restaurants really get behind it because it's a great program.
Yeah.
You know, great discounts for locals and visitors alike.
And that's the idea behind COOLinary. Get people inside. Deals at restaurants all over the place.
That's really it. You know, I got my Hawaiian shirt on today because I feel like, you know, New Orleans is on vacation.
Yeah.
Man, you know? So let's do a staycation and, you know, get out and support some local restaurants. Go to your favorites, try someplace new. So many restaurants running great deals. All month long, beginning tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys have multiple courses.
We do, yeah. We, you know, the restaurant's always been kind of a take on old New Orleans food. You know, I never was the molecular gastronomy genius, you know, but you know, dishes like this, you know, Chicken Clemenceau. You know, I remember, you know, working at Brennan's on Royal Street in the early '90s, you know, and the, you know, late '90s as well too. You know, Chef Mike Roussel. You know, these were classic staple dishes. You know, and especially this time of year coming in. You know, the tomato salad. We were talking earlier about this feta cheese, you know, so tomatoes are still kind of hanging on. They're still good, you know, summer or tail end of summer, but if you got some tomatoes that are coming around still and you pull them out of your garden, a little bit of salt and pepper. We got some shaved red onion on there, and then grilled feta. So just, we buy blocks of feta, olive oil, salt, pepper, put a little flame on it if you're grilling outside in your backyard for summer. Great summer salad. Come get some inspiration inside the restaurant, but you add a little bit of grill flavor to this feta cheese, and I'm telling you, it'll change your life. It's so good.
Maybe throw some fresh crab meat with that too.
Oh
you got a party going on.
Endless possibilities, that's it.
Also, we've got some dessert options over here.
We do. You know, we've always got our famous sticky bun bread pudding. So I always say it's like a sticky bun, a bread pudding, you know, all kind of mixed in together, and it's salted caramel on top. You can do it a la mode in the restaurant with that really warm bread pudding with that ice cold ice cream on top. Great summer. And then of course something light, a lemon tart with some strawberry and raspberry coulis on top. Super refreshing again. You know, you start out light with the nice salad with the feta and the tomatoes. You come a little bit heavy with some old school Creole Chicken Clemenceau, which is just a classic.
Right.
It's in my book as well. It's one of those dishes I just remember doing so much. And then you can finish off with, you know, something light with dessert, you know. And it's all got great deals on it. All the restaurants around town, you know, Magazine Street just had their restaurant week. It was a big success for everyone. And, you know, we're excited about coming into this annual event where it seems like more and more restaurants get involved because it is such a positive thing for our community.
Most definitely. You know, Chef, the last time you were here was right around the time the book came out, and I got a copy and I got to try some of those recipes. How does it feel to share those classic New Orleans dishes with so many people in a cookbook that has your name on it?
Yeah, you know, it's terrifying. You know, because I always joke around, you know, like I said, you know, cooking for me, you know, I wasn't professionally trained in a school, so it was a mentorship for me. It was side by side with some of the old greats that ran our kitchens in New Orleans for so long. So, you know, we joke and say we never had recipes in the restaurant until we had to write the book.
There we go.
Because it's always been, hey, what's the move, you know? So going back and remembering those memories and those times you spent in the kitchen with your grandmother and your mom and your family at family gatherings, you'd be surprised how those memories come back, and those smells kind of ignite those feelings, those family gatherings, you know, and food can really bring back some great memories and bring everyone back around the table.
Well, we do appreciate you bringing those memories to our kitchen, Chef. Thank you so much.
And my pleasure.
Gris offering a 3-course meal starting at $55. Open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. except Fridays and Saturdays when they close a little later at 10. They are closed Tuesdays. Go to our website. We'll link you to where you can make a reservation.